What's cracking? We are live.
What up, what up, what up, what up?
We are live. Operation No Jumper live. Who's telling first? Who already told first?
Yeah.
You could always tune in right here with me and Dubs and get that realness, or you could go to tune in with that transsexual podcast over there. No Pumper. Uh-oh. What's cracking with everyone, man? Appreciate you guys. We're not even gonna bump music on this one. We will, but once my other phone is up to par, because this one right here is gonna keep getting shit going on. What's happening with everybody, man? Food and Felons, West, what's happening with you, bro? You guys hear the breaking news? It's unfortunate.
Yeah, Big U was arrested.
Yeah, Big U arrested. They got him. Man, you know, that's the crazy thing, Dubs, is you don't last too long, man. You know, when you're when they really want to get you, they're really gonna get
Yeah,
you
but
out.
I mean, I didn't listen to the whole thing. He might have turned himself in. If he's smart, he did. They can't question if you turn yourself in with their
Yeah,
with the attorney.
that'd probably be the best thing for him to do.
Mm-hmm.
Ask him, welcome to Dub's new live streams. Ask him,
What's cracking?
what's cracking with everyone in here, man? I talk respects, man. What's up, brothers? Yeah, so you know, they caught him now, so he did turn himself in, says Food and Felons.
Good.
That's the smartest move you could do.
Absolutely.
You know, and you know what, and that's on it. That's his character right there, Dubs. The type of individual that'll face shit head on, you know, that just fits his character right there.
Yeah.
And it's the smartest thing to do. Yeah. What's up, Ace? Shout out, respects, bro. I don't know who's tapped in with who, but I'm tapped in with you guys. What's good with it? Eskimo says, Big U surprised me. Why? Why did he surprise you? Yeah, well, you know, that sucks. Big, you know. What's up, Infinity? How you doing?
So Twitch that'll roll call. Hey, you're probably the only one over there, Zane.
Shout out to the homies that go over there on Twitch.
Hammer, I see you. I got some people over there at Twitch right now.
Yeah, go support, man. Dubs is over there on Twitch. Go support.
I'm here on YouTube as well as the. You know what? We're not supposed to say both. I'm on the purple one and over here.
He's on the purple one and he's right here. Big U turned himself in. And that didn't last long, being a fugitive. But you know, who wants to live that life? Anyone who's ever been a fugitive, been on the run. I've been there. Dub's been there before.
Yeah,
it sucks. It's the worst thing.
First time I was on the run, I was out 5 days. The fourth day I caught an attempted murder. And then the second time I was out 2 months, and I had like 60 felonies. I was robbing a lot of shit.
That's the thing, Dubs. A lot of people that have never been on the run, it's like a free for all. You're just doing more and more crime, and
you have to. You can't get a job. You can't get a job. You can't stay in one place.
Oh, for those of you that don't know, too, this was something that was told to us earlier. From what we're hearing, Brick Baby is on the same floor as Little Dirk. That's where they placed him. That makes me wonder. But we'll leave it right there. Matt says being on the run is not worth it. Yeah, it's worried about who's going to tell on you, can't go anywhere, committing new crimes.
I used to go in houses, and I used to tell people, hey, nobody can be on the phone. This is back before cell phones. I used to tell them, hey, nobody can be on the phone. And I would take the phone into whatever room I was in, and I would leave it off the hook. I was like, ain't nobody calling on me. Fuck
the
that.
Paranoia is real. Hey, I remember I was on the run, Dubs, right? And I made it off the Greyhound. And I was literally in some bushes, posted up, right? Posted up in some bushes. And I called my homegirl, and I made sure she drove up and down that street until I felt I was ready. Hey, then all of a sudden I came out the cuts, boom, boom, opened the door, jumped in and said, let's go to Turlock. She was like, what? I said, just fucking keep driving. I had her driving up and down Highway 99 until I felt comfortable enough because I felt someone was telling on me. She dropped me off. Sure enough, cops hit. Within 10 minutes, they was on me.
Hey, thank you, Daniel. And then is that Infinity? That's Infinity.
Is it Infinity?
Yeah,
Pinkova. She changed her name.
Finkova. No, it's because she's on the
she's on the
purple one.
purple channel. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Hey, Daniel Sanchez, thank you, bro. I appreciate that, homie. Thank you so much.
No, I doubt the paperwork's going to be sealed. Anybody goes to trial, everything will come out.
Hey, I'm sure they're all sick. You know, that's not a good feeling to be locked up. You know, when you wake up in your bed and then later on.
Yeah, but with him, he pops Percocets all day long.
Oh, he's coming down.
That's what he's talking about when he says he's sick.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, Lali? Shout out Lali Vario Liquors, Turlock, California. If you're in the area, go tap in. Hey,
she said it's because I go by Finn and Covarrubias is my last name. I thought she was trying to be one of those Russian tennis players, Finkova.
Yeah. That's what's her name? Tatiana Finkova. Who knows? Burkle might accept him at his mega prison. Nah, I don't think it's gonna go down like that, but it is real life, man. You know, imagine waking up in your bed in the morning and going to sleep on concrete at night. Ooh, that has to hurt, especially these guys that were having a little bit of money and are used to the finer things, you know, from California king beds. That's, you know, I feel for Big U in the situation. I mean, whatever he was doing. If they, you know, everything will come to light.
Thank you, Joshua.
Man, to have two sons, to have a great life, two sons that are doing well. You put them through school. They achieved what they wanted to achieve, met their goals. You wanted to enjoy it with them. And now he might not ever be able to enjoy that with them. It's crazy.
Dubs would never go on no jumper.
818 says they read the transcripts. They listed No Jumper and Vlad as the interviewees they used to build their case.
Well, they also said that at the press conference that there's a lot of platforms. I think it was on the press conference, but they're watching social media. Exactly what we've been saying, and all these other guys, they're not watching. Yeah, okay.
Fuck.
Thank you.
Hey, ask Keefy D if they're watching. Go ask Keefy D if they're watching social media. He'll tell you. You know that motherfucker's trying to backstep like a crawdad right now. So for those of you that just got in, Anthony, yes, Big U turned himself in. He's locked up, which is the smartest thing to do.
Is that right, Broadway shooter?
Wow. ASAP, how do you feel about Cholo One? Being on No Jumper? I don't feel good about anyone being on No Jumper. I've always said that. Doesn't matter who you are.
Tatiana Finkova.
Tatiana Finkova, tapped in.
Hey, thank you. How was my name spelled on Twitch? Let me see.
We are almost close to be told the truth about unidentified flying objects. Yeah, we're getting close to everything. They released the JFK files too.
It's the real Dub S, the real DUBESS, all one word.
You know what the cool part is, Hector? That Big U wasn't doing that. He wasn't on social media telling everyone his business. He wasn't doing anything of the such. Other people were talking about his business or implicating him in business. Again, it's all alleged, man. We got to make sure we say that because, you know, this is an ongoing investigation that could basically end someone's life. It could be forever. You know, it's real serious when the feds are involved. Very serious. Let me see. You know, oh, hell no, they gave me an ad right away. Says, come on.
Hell yeah, let's get that money.
Get that money popping. The Discord, man, if anyone can post the Discord, that'd be great, man. Mr. West, what's happening with it? Hector, but Brick definitely was, bro. You know what I mean? But the thing was, he was speaking on his business and another man's business.
Broadway Shooter says, Dubs, you think something's fishy with Poetic Flaco? No one knows who he is or where he came from, but he knows a lot about crimes and games. No, it's there's nothing fishy about Flaco. He is who he is, and it's what's fishy is gang members talking to a square about crimes and gangs. That's exactly what they do with weirdo ass fucking Adam. Why are you going to a square to talk about gangs and crimes?
Absolutely. Askabum, thank you so much. Y'all see the video of Adam 22 walking through a Chicago hood like he owns the place, talking reckless. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. Well, you know, when you act that way, it's because you feel protected, right? no one in their right mind, anyone that watches social media or TV knows that everyone knows Chicago is not the place to be acting reckless or acting out of character. They're different over there in real life, you know. But if he feels that confident to do that, there's one reason and only one reason only.
Broadway shooter. Look at let's think about this for. I'm only gonna talk about it for a quick second. Broadway shooter says, I think Dirk is gonna have a lot of questions asked Brick Baby now that they're locked up in the same prison. Okay. So if they are on the same floor, do you really think that's a coincidence? The authorities said that they were watching social media, so they know that there's something going on there, right? It's not a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason with those guys.
Police, says Rum Block. Nothing when it comes to the authorities is ever a coincidence. They don't work off coincidences. Just like 600 being in front of the house wasn't a coincidence. Dubs, actually, we were talking earlier, and he said, you know, maybe that was a little skit he was putting on. I said, yeah, but it was a conveniently timed skit because it happened just as the real shit was happening. So I don't. If it was a skit and he was just playing the role, he definitely made himself look worse than he already looks.
And it's hard to make him look bad because man,
that dude acts, looks, and I'm sure smells like the police. Man. I don't know. Everyone he's been around gets locked up too. Ask Crip Mac, he'll tell you. You know, it's crazy. I heard they have been watching Big U since 2010. I'm sure anyone with any type of reputation or name, they're watching. I'll say that for sure. You know, but today was that day. Did Big U do the right thing turning himself in? That's a question you're going to have to ask yourself. It's the smart thing to do.
So, Joseph, I think it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, it's the smart thing to do. Here's the way I used to do it, Dubs. I've never turned myself in, right? The reason why I was guilty of every crime I ever did. That's why. I knew I was going to prison. So I was like, fuck that. I'm going to let him catch me. I'm going to make him work for it, right? So sometimes when people turn themselves in because they don't have nothing to fear, they're like, this is just bullshit. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and get a lawyer. Or, you know, it does, I don't know. You can give your
I had a homie, one of the homies, he actually was like not really from the neighborhood, but he got caught up in one of the neighborhood murders. And he turned himself in with a lawyer and wound up not getting a life sentence, which is hard to do in Santa Barbara. And the reason why is because his attorney took him to the county jail and he turned himself in directly to the county jail and got housed. There was no interaction, no questioning, no slipping up, nothing.
Smart having the lawyer with them. Let the lawyer work, do their thing. That's what I said. Turning yourself in is actually a good thing. Like if it's a life case, I understand that because you got more action. You're like, hey, they're gonna catch me. They're gonna throw the book at me if I make them work. But if not, I have action at least surviving this shit. Man, that's an unfortunate feeling. But when you're in the game or accused of something, you got to write it out to the honeycomb, hide it out. Me, I never turned myself in because I would look at the factors in the case. I'm probably facing like 10 years. I could take a deal when they catch me. I could do 4 standing on my head. I'm gone. You know what I mean?
My juvenile shit. When my homeboy's mom was like, "Let me turn you in," I was 15 years old. I was like, "There's no way." If had I done it, I probably wouldn't even have went to YA. I probably because it wouldn't. Well, then again, I had all those burglaries.
Yeah. Do you think it's a coincidence that this Rico came so close to the Lil Durk case? I don't know. I don't know if it has anything to do with that, to be honest with you.
No, it was gonna crack when it cracked. Now, maybe with all the beef going on between Loose Cannon, him getting in the fight, a random out of nowhere fight at the who would have expected they would have ran into each other in Barstow at a gas station, and then he's beefing with 600. That might have spurred something where they're like, "Hey, let's just snatch these dudes off the streets."
Yeah, there's too much drama. Yeah. Alvaro, I want to answer that for you. First of all, I've never seen Big U ever disrespect the raza. This is just from what I've seen of him, right? He's only spoken highly of the raza and talked about doing time with them and how they interacted and how they looked out for him. As far as him knocking out the 30, it was 30 Mexicans. That's
32.
story was told by
it was 32. It was 32.
Yeah, that story was told by Whack 100. That had nothing to do. Big U never confirmed nor denied that, but I mean, he was just like, You can see by his expression.
No, I watched the video and reacted. So they were being interviewed, and Wack jumped in. This was right before their fallout.
Yeah.
Wack said, yeah, he knocked out 32 essays in one riot, right? And they asked Big U, and he smiled, he laughed, and he goes, it was a lot of them. That's what he said. And then other people try to attribute it to the riot in Pelican Bay, and that's when I did my video. Big U was never housed ever in his whole prison term. He was never housed in Pelican Bay. And what he has said about Raza was that the essays looked out for him when he went to the hole and gave him food, you know. So
yeah, like I've never heard him speak, and you got to understand, man. I'm sure there were incidences that he was involved in where he might have knocked a couple people out, right? But we all know 32 in a row, that's never going to happen from anybody, anytime.
And like I said in my video back then, somebody like Big U hits the yard, the Raza's gonna know who he is, because like any faction, you want the trophies. You want to be the one to say like, hey, I took that dude down, you know. So had he been someone that already his name's known, so they're gonna put good hitters on him, and he knocks out 32 people, like, come on, Holmes. There would have been no way anywhere in any yard after that there would have been a green light on him. You can't embarrass people like that. So that never happened. But he never said it. It was Wack that said it.
It was Wack. You know, for those of you that know already, you watch Wack. Wack likes to fucking put too much hot sauce on things, and his numbers double.
It was in Barstool. Well, I don't know why somebody's saying it wasn't in Barstool.
Yeah, it wasn't Barstool. It was right off the highway.
Loose Cannon already did 2 or 3 different interviews before he got busted talking about it. The guy that was there that broke it up, he said it. It was at a gas station in Barstool.
Hey, what's up, Living Life with Leo, man? We want to thank everyone in here. We got 500 people in here. We appreciate it. Operation No Jumper Live. Who's telling first, right? Someone's going to tell. I mean, there's already been some telling going on for them to go snatch these guys up. There usually is, but someone's going to tell, man. You know, I've never seen one indictment in my life where someone didn't say something. I'm sure
well, but I'll say this. I've never been to the feds, but I remember reading something in I think it used to be called like Prison Life magazine, and it said approximately 51% of the federal prison population cooperated because the feds aren't going to lose their case, and they're really going to break you off, and you're really going to do the majority of that time. And there's a lot of guys that do white collar crime. And so when you add in that stat, it doesn't mean it's all street dudes. It could be white collar criminals. Then they're going to fucking cooperate. A lot of them, like, immediately, you know, but the feds are known for that.
And that's why we were saying earlier, and Dubs explained that's why they spread that net. It's a widespread net, and they get associates, people that are not necessarily involved directly with the RICO, but anyone that they had, you know, was interacting with them, because they know these are the people easiest to break. They're going to break someone. They're going to keep trying and trying. That's why the feds they're relentless. They're relentless. When they feel they have enough evidence to get you, they got you, and then that's when they squeeze. You know, and that Fed time is different. I seen that Duque. It's all good. You know, he could say whatever he says. Tell him I said thank you for noticing me, and his wife still has a fat pussy. Thank you, appreciate it. You know, and I hope his other channel where he does porn with men is cracking. Is West channel still called GP? No, he took that away. He took that off there. Hey, did you see Dub's video today on Wes Watson? That motherfucker was telling within 5 seconds of the video. That motherfucker started off the video telling. Man,
that was like, it's immediately.
That I hope Big U was nowhere around fucking Wes Watson, because man, that dude immediately he said, "Is this about the incident? Yeah, he attacked me." Damn, Wes. Level 4 killer.
And I mean, before he even got in the cop car, he like I think it was 7 times he said that the other guy attacked him.
Dan Wesley, why you two looking people up? Looking people up? Looking who up?
Why you two
Why
looking people up?
Yeah.
We don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but
Yeah.
thanks for being here. Thanks for interacting.
Thank you. Just help me. Dre Day only made Gunner's payday. Yeah, that's look, he says, yeah, that vault was weird for that. That's coming from someone who said if he did time, he would want to try a tranny just to see what the hype is about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said that. He definitely said that. He just wants to see what the hype's about.
He's also the one that said that sometimes when he showers, his finger accidentally slides into his ass.
He also
said that a few times.
Yeah, he also said, yeah, she was 16, but it's legal in Canada. Wes Watson, the level.
What's up, Wes Watson?
I seen that Triple S one. Does that mean what is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean from someone who slips fingers in his ass while he showers and watches big black men fuck his wife? What does that say about him? Come on now. Shout out to everyone that's in here. We got 539 in the building. What's up, Big Lolly, Henry D, Big Wes in his house. Wes came through with this fucking comb over tattoo. Damn. Hey, I had to go in on his tattoo artist today, Dubs. I said, bro, you're supposed to shade dark to light, not dark to dark, stupid. It's just a black. Worst shading I ever seen.
Yeah, horrible.
Shading. Horrible shading. Horrible. Oh no, I don't know what he is, JTB, but he's definitely free while the rest of his team's locked up. I'll say that. You know, if we sat here and we took a count and made a lista of all the guys that died or fucking got locked up off no jumper, it'd be a pretty long list.
That's right, Harley.
Listen to y'all while at work's a legit job. Thank you, man. What's up with you, bro? Matt. Big U got picked up. Now Big U turned himself in, Matt. Which is obviously the correct thing to do in a situation like this. I think we said it earlier too, where we're like, man, the best thing to do is get a good lawyer. In the earlier video, you guys can watch and see if I'm just bullshitting. I think we said that would be the best thing to do. It's the reasonable and the smart thing to do. You know? It's this is a crazy situation, man.
I swear there was something I wanted to say and I forgot. Now I have my pen in my hand because I'm like, let me fucking remember that so I can write it down.
661, what's happening, man? So Wes Watson snitching surprised me. I mean, he's GP for life and he always has his driver's license handy. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
His crack.
Where's that video posted? Because he I don't think he has a YouTube channel.
Posted a video. It has to be on a different social media platform.
It's on his page.
Yeah, no, hey, Wes Watson was like, how many times did he say this throughout the whole video, huh? He assaulted me.
Yeah.
But he assaulted me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you guys right now, don't believe the hype. You know, just because that motherfucker rides around on a Lambo and Adam likes to mess with a Mando doesn't make them men. Cooking with cheeks. What's up, girl? Will GB and Brick Baby be in the same prison? Who's GB? There is a video of Wes telling. Yeah, go to Dub's channel today. What is it? The Dub S channel, Dubs? The Wes Watson Wednesday.
Yeah. The second one.
Go over there and trip out. Definitely. We got 550 in the building, man. 550 in the building. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys tremendously so much, man. Let me see. In my opinion, on a RICO, if you're able to go into hiding until you know what's up against you, get your legal team ready and turn yourself in. Yeah. Let your lawyer figure out what they got. High Power Fitness. What's up, brother?
What's up, High Power Fitness? Hey, High Power. You got people tripping on your thumbnails. They keep saying, hey, how come High Power Fitness keeps going in on you, Dubs? I'm like, you gotta watch the video. Not going in on me.
Watch the video. If you watch the video, you'll learn how to do a workout for the first 21 minutes, and then you hear him say, "Shut out, Dubs," and then it's all the homie, man. That's the homie. High power. He says, "Yes."
Hey, thank you. Living life with Leo. Is that what it is? Hold on, let me make sure.
Yeah, living life with Leo. What's up, Carlos? My boy right there, man. Was Danny Trejo the real deal back in the day? Saw it in a viral video. He was in prison. He definitely was in prison back in the days.
No, hell nah, Eastside.
Alfred says, arrested and taken in for the stuff you're out on bail for is not good. You're going to do time. Yeah.
You know, and that's another thing. Adam, when he jumped on that live earlier, he said, shout out to Big Uterus.
Yeah, Adam said that.
He's a fucking lame, Holmes. Like he thought it was funny. A uterus, that's pussy. Yeah. That's basically what he's saying. You know what I mean? Like, that's what that dude, Holmes.
He don't understand that. Big, you got some solid fucking righteous friends. I won't say homeboys. I'm just going to say friends that definitely weren't feeling that. It's funny, huh? He gets locked up. Big U gets locked up, and now all of a sudden he has a new name for him.
No, but he was. I think he's too stupid to understand that's disrespect, because he goes, shout out to Big Uterus and free all the Crips. That's what he said. Then that's when he talked about you.
Yeah. Then he called me a fucking bisexual.
Yeah.
You can go. You could come here, or you could go watch that bisexual podcaster. Well, yeah. Or you can come here to a real one, or watch a transsexual podcaster. It's up to you. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. Just ask his wife. You know, you don't see no one getting locked up off of this channel though. We stay doing what we do, solid. But over there, man, ring around the posy, pocket full of rosies, ashes. Adam, they're all gonna go down, huh? Book him, Daniel. Bro, he did a porno with his pregnant wife, scum of the earth, bottom of the barrel. He's crazy, huh? Crazy. I could say some wild shit right now, but just, you know, it's not right. Rum Block says, I love high power. Utterly high power. High power fitness. Make sure you guys tap in. There is no beef between us, Broad Nation. There's no beef between us. You know, he's just mad because I said his wife had a big old fat, nasty wolf pussy. That's pretty much it. And the fact that, you know, when someone hits too close to your heart, it upsets you. You know, earlier we were saying, you know, it's looking wild over there on No Jumper. It's looking like Operation No Jumper.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's looking like. So, you know, that must have hit home. So he got upset. Something I said, I don't know. We got to key in on my video. You got to go to my Dub's earlier live that we left posted up, right? Go trip out on it and watch what I said. And there was something I said that hit a nerve with them. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Something had to hit a nerve. Mm-hmm. You know, all I got to say is, for as small as my channel is in comparison to his, he sure does notice. You know.
Yeah, Big U turned himself in.
Should I call Easy? You should call WAC 100 and ask him who snitched on Paru. Nah, I'm not going to do that, man. I'm trying to stay as far away from a phone and that business as possible. You know, it's never over. When the feds come knocking, it's never over. So anyone who wants to instigate or put their nose into that and speak on inner details or things can find themselves right there with Lil Durk too. Yo, what's up, bro? Brian Street in the house. What's up, Hector?
You know, I was gonna get a couple beers, Lolly, but nobody's drinking, so I said, nah.
I mean, it's up to Dubs. If he wants to get a couple beers, I'll drink a Paloma. Dubs, wait up. I don't even have a Sprite, but I have like a tea that I could drink it with. I think it'd be good like that. It's up to you.
ASAP said he's drinking.
There you go. Send shout out to the negative from Pomona 12th Street Guns. Yeah, that's a good dude right there, bro. I just talked about him the other day. Me and Dubs were talking.
No, not. I don't mean it like that, Lolly. I mean like here and then on the game. Because see, once I start drinking and then I get on the game and I start raging, so they got to put up with me. If they're all sober, Yeah.
A1A says about 30 minutes before you started the live, they said more arrests to come. You ain't lying, Henry D. No Jumper is like the Jerry Springer show. It's crazy how individuals that talk about each other's mamas, talk shit, talk about really hurting each other, work in the same damn building but never see each other. It's only a one-story building. I did understand if they're in New York and like a 75 tower, you know.
Thank you, Delane. Broadway shooter Dubs. Will Brick Baby get out of the feds as a bigger YouTube star? No. Maybe to Squares, but no.
A YouTube star. When that happened? They were all self-snitching.
Well, happy birthday to her Miss Choctaw.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Hey, what's up, Tay? You know what's even worse than the self-snitching part that some of them were doing is the implicating other people on cases as horrendous as murder for no reason because they don't like them. Especially that dude 600. Yeah. Let's get off a no jumper because they're gonna bury themselves. But that dude 600. Ooh wee. That motherfucker was talking about DNA and all kinds of shit, Dubs.
Yeah, he was. That dude, you know what? Let me see. Hold on.
That dude right there is wild.
Let me see.
It's wild. What's up, man? Shout out to everyone in here, though. We appreciate you guys. You know, I wanted to bump some music and really get this motherfucker cracking, but since we went this far into this, you know, there's another time and place for everything. Maybe a little late night live, or I don't know. Figure it out. What I eat. What's up, bro?
This dude, I just want to click on his. I've never seen anyone. Look at. Let me read a couple of the comments that are on 600's latest video. And let me tell you, the name of the video is Big U on the run from the feds for murder of football player, fugitive, and other shit, right? The first comment to him. Congratulations on closing the case, Officer Lovejoy. Then 600 put in work to get his badge. Deputy Lovejoy reporting for duty. Came here to say congratulations on the promotion. You did bad, snitch hunted. Ain't no way getting around this. You did police work. I mean, it goes on and on.
Yeah, that dude, they roast him. Shit, I thought I was the most hated. We ain't even close, Dubs. We're not even close. As long as Adam keeps hating me, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna keep having money. But damn, that dude 600 is hated. He's hated worse than John Cena turning heel. Only the real ones know what that means.
God, that dude's his comment sections, and it's every video and every live.
Hey, that motherfucker was wearing the badge today, Dubs. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw that.
That motherfucker looked authentic too.
No, but that had to be some kind of security badge because so that's why I was saying if he wasn't doing a skit and he went up to a real officer with that badge, they're supposed to pull him over for impersonating an officer.
Yes, impersonation of an officer because I mean he's wearing it like
shit.
Hey, he's wearing it like he's New York Undercover, like he's that show. I was watching New York Undercover while I was taking a shit. Who said that? No more you can't see me guns. Well, we can see him. We've seen 600 in front of Big U's house, man, talking about breaking news. His house is getting raided. Go right now. That's how he did that shit. I was like, ooh. They said 600 has a grudge against Big U because he missed his own father's funeral because he didn't want to run into Big U and catch a fade. Is that what it's all about? He had a feud with Big U even before that. He started out the day that we all first seen him, anyone on earth, he didn't like Big U for whatever reason. Shout out to Bruta in the house, the 369 balance. They were calling 600 a cop of the year and a half ago. Yeah, he's definitely involved in some bullshit, man. We used fake badge to get close to the dope dealer we were about to rob, says Patrick. He was patrolling the area. You know, it's kind of funny that these guys are getting mighty brave with the pulling up to Big U's one of his pads or calling him Big Uterus or all these things they're saying as soon as he gets locked up, right? That's I can't believe Adam feels that comfortable to do that, Dubs. A man that's, you hear his reputation. The man got the feds looking for him. Well, I mean, he's locked up now, but I'm saying at the time, looking for him for a murder investigation. And you have the audacity to do that. You must feel very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Very comfortable. Because I know I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. Especially on someone that at the time is on the run. Like, they might crash out and say, fuck it.
Absolutely.
I'm pulling up. You know what I mean?
Sitting in the seminar watching Guns and Dumb.
Appreciate
Yeah. You know, I'm just thinking about like Big U, right? If Big U is the guy that the feds are trying to paint him to be, which I doubt, right? I mean, who knows, right? It'll all come out. Big U wasn't getting on social media. Big U wasn't seeking the limelight.
Nope.
He was basically, for the most part, in the shadows, and he just had these guys that claimed to be from his neighborhood, but never pulled up in it, constantly talking about him, building the case for the fucking feds with all their talk. I can't even imagine what that dude must be feeling right now. Like, damn, man, these suckers dragged him down.
These fucking suckers got me, man. You know, for nothing. Jealous, envious. Just picked a name out of the hat and started going in. It's crazy, right? The other thing is this, on the dead homies. How have you ever heard of, Dubs, someone getting caught with an AK-47 and then never going to court again?
No, but somebody brought something up that makes sense, that if the feds already were building that case, they had no rush to pick up the case.
So that might be included now with this.
They're going to wrap him up in that anyways.
Okay. So, okay, maybe he might.
So, you know, it's all going to come out. Like I said, you know, I got a phone call earlier that somebody said there was 2 people that, you know, they just said some stuff about 2 people. And I was just like, wow, it'll come out.
Yeah, definitely. And it makes a little to a lot of sense. Some of the, you know, the people that were mentioned. Rob G, thank you, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Told you, Rob G.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just, you know, anybody that's been in the streets, you pay attention to stuff, you know, and Adam is just it would be different if Adam was in New York talking about all the stuff he does about LA, but to be in LA County and talking about all the stuff he talks about and not being concerned whatsoever tells me that he has bigger backup than what's on the streets. And what is that going to be? That's law enforcement.
Hey, Sick Nick, what's up, bro? How you been, man? Tell Titi and them I said, what's up? You know what's crazy? I think you know what's up, bro. You were around me enough in the hood to know, you know what I mean? That we laugh at people like Adam. You know that motherfucker wouldn't walk through Merced Commons without getting robbed. Let me see. They said Big U. Oh, I don't know what they're saying. Broadway shoe. They're saying a lot of things, but you know it's a lot. Why would people say things about Big U that are criminally based? Like basically saying more crime. Like, why would people do that? Well, how do you? What do they have to benefit from that, Dubs? You know what I mean? We could sit here and say a lot of things and make a lot of shit up. But what does a grown man have to benefit from throwing another man under the bus and saying, oh, he did this and he robbed these people and he extorted these people? Like, if it's not about facts, I wouldn't even speak on it. You know, like when we talk about Adam and people are like, well, there's no paperwork. You don't have to be. He's self-admitted. He said, yeah, I was talking to a 16-year-old girl, but that was in Canada and it's legal. We're not fucking saying anything that he didn't say, you know?
And you know, I saw that live he did, and you know, there was a couple people in there that I was surprised and to see in there. You know, anytime I see Raza around that dude, knowing all the allegations and you know, even stuff that he has said on his old Twitter account, trips me out, man. It really does.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy that people still go and sit down with that dude. And I seen one podcaster, man, that I'm surprised he's over there like, damn, bro, where's your integrity at? You know, you're over there fucking sitting with that, you know, at your own peril. Hey, play at your own risk. Do what you got to do, man.
Dubs, is the LA podcast scene done for? Will the content shift into things other than gang business? If it's up to Adam 22, no, it's going to remain about gang politics. He's probably going to want to. Don't be surprised. Oh, I just remembered what I wanted to mention earlier, and I forgot. And then I'll try to remember to get back to this. The feds the allegation is that Big U is the leader of the Crips. And there has never been a leader of the Crips. There never will be a leader of the Crips. Most Crips don't even get along with each other. So the fact that that's being put out there is just like,
it's crazy.
It's a trip, man. You know, so I just wanted to put that out there because, you know, I've mentioned how in prison when I would have to, you know, discuss something with the black groups, for the Bloods, for the most part, I could talk to one person. The Kumis, I could talk to one person. For the Crips, I would have to talk to probably 5 different people. So for anybody to be thinking that there's one dude that runs all the Crips, that's fucking amazing.
What's up, brother? Shout out to official Big Joe show. My brother right there, man. What's happening with you?
Big Joe, what's cracking, big dog?
Yeah, it's just this is a crazy day to wake up in the morning and to see all this, but it's to say I was surprised, I wasn't. I knew the pot was gonna boil over pretty soon. You know, No Jumper needed something, and something happened. You know, and now this is what they're gonna be talking about every day for a while, and they're gonna hit it from every angle, just like the black dudes hit Lena from every angle. So they're gonna everyone's definitely going to have a smile on their face over there. You know, they're not looking at it from a situation that a man could possibly, several men right there could possibly lose their freedom forever. You know, to them, they're not thinking about their families. They're thinking about making jokes and disrespecting them by calling them out of their names. It's wild. You know,
let me see. 818, which one?
Eric Hernandez, you know what's a trip? You pick and choose which comments you read out loud because you fools are a trip. Fool, serious.
Wow. What happened?
You spelled serious wrong. Oh, serios. Serios? Like Cheerios?
You know what's a trip? You pick and choose which comments you read out loud because you fools are a trip. Okay, I won't read any more of yours.
Yeah, we're going to make sure that
I'm going to pick and choose to not pick and choose you.
I'm going to pick and choose the other 625 people that are in here, bro.
And nobody block him. Nobody block him because I want to intentionally ignore him now because I didn't, you know, we have, like he said, 600 people in here, you know.
Yeah. And
but I'm glad you're in your feelings, homie. So I pick and choose to not pick and choose you.
And I choose and pick to not choose and pick you. So there we go. We're going to do it that way. We'll hit it for both angles.
What the
fuck? Brother did Lena's asshole from 2 different angles. How did he hit an asshole from 2 angles at once? I don't know. Adam does. He watched. Let me see. What do we got going on here? The making sort of breath on loose and bubble butt about his situation after staying silent. That's crazy. Oh, Unc, huh?
Yeah, Cameron, I pick and choose not to pick and choose now.
Hey, look at my boy Justice. I choose you, Pikachu. I think you ignore little man's question. There's only 600 people talking. Yeah, we're only getting 600 fucking questions going.
JTB says, "How dare you ignore little man's questions?"
Yeah, you guys don't read every question. Ben's a homie. You know, if you want people to pay attention to you, start a channel. And I don't know. Just fucking sit there and bend over and see who fucking has something to say about it. Adam 22 is the Antichrist, gun. Quite possibly. I don't want to give him that much credit, but
he's not even close.
Yeah,
he doesn't. Antichrist will be loved by everyone. They say
he doesn't have the criterion. Adams think this is a game. This is the perfect example of someone that's never lived that life, that doesn't take shit seriously, doesn't realize how serious it is, right? And it could only be 1 or 2 reasons. Like I always say in my videos, 1 or 2 reasons. 1, he's very well protected, so he don't give a fuck, right? Or 2, he's just that stupid. I'm gonna go with both. Thank you, Nicholas.
The RZA says sup. I think Gunner Dubs. As someone who watches Your videos, you both hit the nail on the fucking head, calling out Adam and the no jumper weirdos for years. They just talked themselves into cuffs for reals. Thank you, Nicholas.
And Nicholas is absolutely right. How about you donate if you want to get noticed? We'll definitely notice you. We'll definitely notice you.
Yeah, those light up.
I just noticed the homeboy JTB like a motherfucker.
Hey, what's up, JTB? Thank you, big dog.
Yes, get seen, man. You know, and it's not that we're asking anyone for anything. It's just, man, if you really got something that important that you want to have heard, we'll definitely notice it. Chatting with Stacks. You know, I'm not going to sit here and, you know, I don't want to get sued, but I'm going to say I don't think you're too far off on that assessment, brother. Eddie, what's happening? Gunner, you got out by the homies full stop to your cap. Gunner, you got shit out. I was never in Snake River. What are you talking about, Eric Hernandez?
That's the one where we were choosing to ignore.
Oh, well, I didn't ignore him because he said my name. See, you got my attention. I was never there in Snake River. That's a trip.
But he's mad, eh? Let him through his fucking tantrum and lie like the rest of the trolls.
Yeah, that's weird.
The trolls always come with fucking straight lies.
Never even there. Moises.
Hey, gracias, Moses.
Thank you, bro.
Best. He's on a
Eric is on a sick one. He's all mad because, you know, that you know, he wants Adam to bone him and we're fucking his game up. They're over there right now, snitching on everyone. Go over there. Trip out. Go trip out. Trip it out. Out. Van Nuys in the house. I should read every person's fucking comment in here but his. He'd be upset. From Sacramento to Yakima. What's up, Portuguese Jim, man? I don't know, man. Like, you know, a lot of people are making it about Adam, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't know what Adam's up to. But the one that looks most guilty here is 600.
Yeah, and 818 sent a thing. I guess Big U, I guess, did do a video before he turned himself in, and he was blaming 3 people, and 600 is one of them.
Must see TV. What you guys think about Almighty Suspect, man? That's a cold name to have on No Jumper. Suspect. Hey, thank you, JTB. I appreciate it.
Hey, gracias. Hey, Mora.
Hey, gracias, Mora. We appreciate it.
Almighty, I clown him the way he's built because he's so young and built so old. But I mean, I don't have nothing bad to say about him.
What's up, Playmaker?
My name ain't Eric, so what's up? What's up, Playmaker? How you doing?
Is it innocent to proven guilty? They say that, but in the United States, it's more like guilty to proven innocent. That's how you're treated, you know? Let me see. What's up, Liz? Living Life with Leo. What's happening? Let me see. Mora Inc.
Wait. Ashanti Mende. I'm in Brooklyn, New York. I'm A-Tray Gangster Crip. Crips on the East Coast don't need each other. That's a false statement, Dubs. And Big U, don't be on the internet talking. Okay, so where's the false statement? You're not from here. What I say about Brooklyn A-Tray Gangster Crips. And what are you talking about? They don't need each other. Big U, I've never said that. Big U just came out with a thing. I said he doesn't have a channel, and it's unfortunate that these internet gangsters brought him down because he's been in the shadows. So let me know what you're talking about because I have no clue what you're talking about.
Shanti, yeah, you're all fucked up. And when you say, and Big U don't be on the internet talking, he just did a video 30 minutes ago. Gracias. Big Rob, what's happening? And if you haven't watched, we're kind of lightweight defending Big U here, bro. If you haven't noticed, giving him his due process in his
Hey Ashanti, I know you're way out there in New York, right? Trying to correct us out here in the motherland. So here.
Was actually with the police when they raided my house. He's actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my house.
Mic drop.
That's a mic drop. Now he broke his iPhone. So you own one.
The fuck is he talking about? But I don't understand. What did I say that was an incorrect statement?
Hey, a New York crib on New York crib.
Shout out to the A-Trays.
You're an A-Tray gangster crib from New York?
Yeah, they have them. Yeah, I think they have 60s out there too. I don't know.
Man. I love New York, but gangbanging is LA shit, says Rob G. No, I got respect
Yankees,
for the homies out there in New York, but damn, bro.
There's my hat. Oh, you guys can't see it. There's my hat. Yankees, baby. I'm a Yankees fan.
Dead home. Yeah. Hey, that dude's talking about the dead homies ain't even your dead homies.
Hey, Calvin.
Thank you, Calvin. I wonder how the raza will feel about Big U.
They're fine with him. He never said that.
Damn,
They're
hey,
fine.
the number keeps going up, Dubs.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, the number keeps going up. It went from 37 to 40.
32. 32.
No, I know, but they skipped the two part. They just went straight to 7. It went from 37 to 42 to now 200 Southsiders at one time.
Damn.
God damn, Big U. The legend of Big U is growing, huh?
And he never even said it.
I know.
That's crazy.
That's right, Bigfoot. It's crazy, man, that people can put words in people's mouths and make them chew on it. It's nuts. Hey, so Cowboys can I lose cannon? I mean,
Hey, this was really. Hey, I think he's in love with you. Hey, he said, "That's right. Fix your hat, fool." Oh, fuck yeah, that was crazy.
that dude wants my fucking dick.
Well,
Nah, bro. I'm sorry. That's Adam over there that likes that shit. I'm good. That Valto's up. Sizat. He watches my channel and he talks about places I talk about and tries to put me there. It's crazy.
leave him there though. He's good for the algorithm.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, don't
every
talk
time
to him.
you comment, it makes me money.
Yeah,
Every time.
made me want to put a hat on.
Gunners pay day. You want to play some music?
That's up to you. Hey, how come he's not talking shit to me, Holmes? I feel left out, Eric. I said your name. I choose not to pick and choose you. But
yeah, he just
but
doesn't
don't
know.
just talk shit to him, homie. I need some algorithm.
Yeah. Yeah. Gracias, Eric. Nah, I do like your channel, but don't act that hard, fool. This Volta right here is he's what Adam called me earlier.
He likes your channel though. This vato, he has a love-hate, Holmes. He's fucking watching you and he's mad at himself because he's enjoying what he's watching.
He says, Dubs, you an OG. I just don't
Oh.
like Gunner.
Why?
Let me
Well,
guess.
why, Eric? What the
Let me guess,
fuck?
it's because I'm from Northern California, huh? You're another one of those. I hate it, bro. And it goes the other way too. There's dudes that talk shit about Dubs because he's from down south. Like, man, you think that affects us, bro? That north-south shit? Really
How you doing,
don't,
Kendrick?
bro. I really don't, homie. You know, if you want, hey, I'll give you I'll sign my autograph. I'll even put it on the starter cap.
Am I going to respond to Sonny about what? What does Sonny do?
Hey, look at did we say it, Henry D? We said it this morning, right? If you watch Spine and Dubs live this afternoon, we said exactly what Big U said before Big U said it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big U said what we've been saying about a dude who was on the scene faster than the local news network. Look, it's not a coincidence, man. You know, it's not a coincidence. And that's what it is. Robert, what's happening with it, man? Sakura 916, Bigfoot, West Coast is the best coasts.
Make sure you guys don't forget to subscribe to the channels while you're here. Hit the like button, share the live.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sonny, what I got to respond to Sonny for? Shout out to
Loyal.
Let me go over here.
Loyal, my boy Sonny, man. Damn, Robert C went in, Dubs.
Yeah.
Damn. Hey, I'm trying to get a new Cadillac, dude. Oh, they're talking about Sonny made a video of you talking about people getting sent to El Salvador. One thing, okay, look at this. I'll let him know this real quick, Dubs, just from my perspective.
So he did it. Oh, he said his response to my video. I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Sonny's very liberal.
Very liberal.
Conservative, right? So we might not see eye to eye in politics, but that don't fuck a friendship up. That's a solid dude right there.
I respect that dude, man. Politically, we're at very polar opposites. I will listen to his video and see what he said. But the fact remains, the people that are being deported, I did a video on that on my smallest channel. The people that are being deported were going to be deported anyways. They're illegal. They just get deported at the end of their term. So why house them here and pay for that cost? And just when they could be sent back over there, and they have a better chance of getting out earlier by going back to their countries.
Start
I
their
don't
time
know,
now.
El Salvador, than being here. So yeah, I have no problem with somebody who came over illegally and then victimized American citizens being sent back to their country. They're going to get sent back anyways. So,
Yeah, they were.
I don't know.
Absolutely. When they, yeah, you know, I know that Dubs, you know how he does it, man. He usually gets on the game with the homies. There's like a secret squirrel code that goes on here. When one particular person gets in and says, "What's the deal?" I already know. It's almost game time.
Why be sent to El Salvador if they ain't from here? Because that's where the people that wanted them, they're not wanted here. So, you know.
High wisdom, Gunner, are you going to put money on Wes Watson books? Hell no, he has more money than I do. I'm going to try to fucking get at his old lady.
Hold on. Where is it? Dead Mike? Trump lied, Dubs. More than half of the people deported had no criminal records. So they were here legally? You mean they came here legally then? If they have no criminal records, that means they weren't an illegal citizen. Is that what you're telling me? Because if they were illegal, it's in the name. Illegal alien. So I can't believe that they were here legally and got sent to prison. Doesn't make sense.
Let me Eric wants to be heard. I'm gonna read Eric.
What do you say?
Look, Gunner, the super norteños are sick, right? So thank you. Props. But you do add preservatives and all you need is salt and pepper. So you're trying to tell me how to do what I do when I have 144,000 subscribers. I appreciate it. And if you ever want to get on the team, bro, and teach me on how to do it, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. But thank you for being bipolar. Wes Watson to El Salvador is crazy. Imagine that about to be over there. Hey, sitting on the bunk all cold and shit. Hey, it's fucked up. Hey, look at, is that inhumane, Dubs? Let's talk about that. Is that inhumane? That's something, man. What? No beds? They have no beds.
That under our constitution, it wouldn't be allowed, and you can get money for that. But El Salvador doesn't have our constitution, and that's why I said there's no way that American citizens could be sent over there, no matter what their crime, because they could petition the courts, the federal courts, file what's called a 1983 civil suit, and they could get money.
No, Jahada, I agree. Killing people is inhumane as well. I wouldn't 100% agree with that. I'm just saying, you know, if you've ever been incarcerated, man, I've been in cells where I got thrown in the oil and I didn't have bedding yet, or bed, mattress, or anything. And man, that's a bleak existence. Imagine that forever. You know, it's fucking cold in there. They keep it cold, I'm sure. They're torturing them guys. But, you know, killers, you know, you got to understand, me, myself, and Dubs are both convicted murderers, okay? And damn, you know, I don't wish that upon no one, not even a person who takes a life.
Robert asks, walking horse or access? So walking horse is good for the clothes. For food, I pick access.
Yep. Access is better for the food.
So usually if I hit a yard, like if I got out of the oil, I'm getting 2 packages. I'm going to get the walking horse package to get all my clothes, and then all my food, cosmetics, everything out of access.
Yeah. Walking horse is more expensive. Better quality clothing though, like Dub says, but more expensive. You get less for your money. But each different Union Supply, Access, Walking Horse, they all got different things, you know. So some might have something you like, and so it's hard to pick and choose. But I used to see the ballers, the people that had big money. I get nothing but Walking Horse. It's like I'm like, shit, I'll get the cheap one and get all kinds of cantina. I'm good.
Eastside says 62, 63, or 64 Impala. My favorite Impala is the 65, big dog. So I have to say the 65.
65, but the 62 is my favorite. That 62.
66s are cool too. The only difference is the tail lights between a 5 and a 6.
The 5 got the round, the 66 got the square, but I like the 67 fastbacks. The ones that go down like that, they're harder to find, but they're fucking clean. Get that motherfucker peg and gold with the white interior on some gold ones, game over. You pull every 213 Chola, except for fucking La Dreamer.
Ty says, don't you think they keep it cold in there for germ purposes? I mean, maybe, but it's not a hospital. I mean, hey, look, we're babied over here, so that's the reality. We are. I mean, there's ugly environments in prison here, but compared to anything else in the Americas, other than probably Canada, we have it really good.
And I'll also say this: if they were thinking about medical purposes, they wouldn't be having them fucking that close together, nuts to butts, when they do. That's a lot of germs right there from one man to the next. I mean, they got them lined up, touching each other.
You see, they do them dirty, Holmes. They pull them out. As soon as they get off that bus, they have them hunched over. They're shaving their heads. Hey, Holmes, I seen vatos with like a patch of hair right here. I was like, damn, man.
They rip their clothes off, fucking in nothing but boxers, and their heads are never up. They can't look the cops in the eyes. I heard that if they look the cops in the eyes, it's all bad. They cannot look those cops in the eyes. They face them head down. That's crazy shit. That's almost as worse than what's that? The dolphin in Russia. They do the same shit. They're not allowed to look up. They fucking.
Hey, Russia, homie. There. Hey, I've seen the clips of like Russian huras when they go to like arrest somebody. They'll run and just like drop kick them in the head. That's just part of the arrest. Bye, fucking wakes up in custody. Like, damn, what happened?
Hey, imagine over there in like Saudi Arabia and places like that where you don't even get a shot. They just cut your hand off. Fuck it.
Look at Playmaker making friends over there. Fucking fun.
Hey, that's how cool Playmaker is. Hey, he'll turn a good situation out of some bullshit. He's like, how's your day, bro? How you doing?
Yeah.
The black golf in prison. That's the one I was talking about.
Hey, Playmaker, are you working tomorrow, man? Because I feel like drinking a couple beers, but I'm not going to be on the game by myself drinking. And don't fucking lie with your stupid ass apple juice either. He already started with Playmaker. That fool be pissing me off on the game. He will not fight.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, Dubs is a no retreat, no surrender type player on the game, right? Hey, I'll be jumping on. We be having a Discord, so we're chopping it up in the background. I'll jump on. I swear, I'm jumping on just to be cool. Like, hey, what's happening? Dubs is like, I'm fucking surrounded over here. Get your fucking asses over here. I said, goodbye. Click. I'll be hanging up like a motherfucker. I got to get up out of there. Dubs is on that one in here.
No, listen. I truly believe this. So I don't know how many poker players are in here, right? But they say that the way you play poker is the way you live your life, right? I feel the same way about Call of Duty. The way people play Call of Duty is how they're going to be with. If you get into some shit with them, you better play Call of Duty with them first. Play Call of Duty with them first and see where they are. Playmaker, I can't do it. You're my friend, but
yeah, he says let me see. He passed away from cirrhosis. Who passed away from cirrhosis? Eric, is that why you're in a bad mood, bro?
Cameron's 18.
Condolences. I knew a Norteño who didn't like 63 Impalas and that dude's a baboso. A straight baboso, bro. Like, I used to hate that shit when people used to be doing the counts. 1, 2, X, 4. I used to be like, what are we fucking? That's kiddie stuff. What are we fucking little kids, bro? Like, I never had, I don't know. I never tripped off the colors. I never tripped off the fucking numbers. It just, man, if the motherfucker wants to kill you, kill him. That's it. Straight up. It was never personal with me. And then when I did time as a youngster with Southerners, real ones that really were from the barrios, they're not from New York. They're like from right there, right?
Hey, what happened to that guy from New York that was checking me, or the girl?
He disappeared. He's right now trying to write his next line out to figure it out.
Dave M. The number one rule of prison poker is to run the table. If you're running the table, though, makes you better have the books right. Anybody you miss a payout, and that's coming out of your pocket.
Oh wait, have you ever met a person who was afraid of the dark in the system? Nah, they never told me if they were.
There's no dark in the system. I can tell you that a lot of lifers are scared of the dark when they get out of prison. I don't like the dark anymore, but that's because for all those years there's always some kind of light on you in prison. Jay
said he deleted his comment, Dubs, after he saw you check him. That was a wild comment, man.
Let me see. John C has asked the same question like 5 times already. Did you hear Trump did the Enemy Alien Act? They used it in World War II to deport Japanese Americans. What if they did that to us Mexicans? They can if you're a citizen, homie.
No.
Now, if it was righteous wartime, even then, I don't think they could do it. But I mean, this country had the Bracero program. And as far as the Japanese thing, so right here in Santa Barbara County, they have Refugee Beach, and they housed a lot of Japanese there. That was an unfortunate thing, but we have to understand we come from a different time, different era, right? That was righteously World War. And I think America was more white back then, and they were just trying to take care of the homeland. I couldn't see in this modern era them doing something like that. There's just way too many Mexicans in this country. There's Mexicans in leadership, so I couldn't see them doing that.
You know what John C? He said they did to the Japanese back in the day, and they were Americans. You know what tripped me out about? Well, when Pearl Harbor got bombed,
there weren't as many of them as there are Mexicans. Though, is what I'm saying, huh?
Yeah, when Pearl Harbor got bombed by the Japanese, man, that unfortunately that's what happens. Just like with 9/11, a lot of people, there's a lot of prejudice against people because people are scared. So I could see them. You got to understand there's a lot of spies and a lot of people that come into our country because of the borders, unchecked and unvetted, man, and no one knows who is who. And basing someone just off their skin color or their ethnicity or just their look, man, it's unfortunate, but it does happen, man. Mm-hmm. Would they do that with Mexicans? Well, if Mexico invaded or bombed us or did something, of course, then they're going to be tripping off anyone that looks Mexican. Wouldn't you if it was someone else? If we got attacked by anybody, say fucking Russia, every Russian I look at, I'm going to be tripping like, hey, what's up? What's this guy up to?
Even though even though he enacted that, he's made it clear, like he's not going after citizens. He's not going after law-abiding people. These are people that the people went from a detention center to another detention center. Guys, they didn't go from, hey, I'm going to go to your house and I'm going to take you and your whole family and I'm going to send you to El Salvador.
No, they were already locked up.
They were already detained.
Hey, what's up, girl? How you doing? How's life? Yeah, absolutely under suspicion of an invasion.
So like John, my thing is, and I'm trying not to get into the whole political thing tonight. We're chilling. But my thing is, why is it that in order to try to, if you disagree with what Trump's doing, then put it in your notepad, and when it comes time for the next presidential vote, you vote based on because it's probably going to be Vance that's going to be running for the Republicans. Yeah. But you do it then. But why is it that right now, this is what I don't like about mainstream media. So like this thing with the tariffs, right? Mm-hmm. There are some positives for our country when we tariff, because I don't want to get into it all, but why is it only the negatives that are being promoted?
Exactly. What about the positives in it?
Like anything that's done, there's pros and cons. I don't care which president and which party it is. There's going to be pros and cons. But I noticed that if it's a conservative that puts something out there, if it's Trump, it's only let's scare everyone into thinking that only bad things are going to happen.
Fear-mongering.
That's not the case. And it shouldn't be that way, because that's what keeps people divided and keeps a lot of minds closed.
Here's my thing, Dubs.
Get out of that way of thinking.
Here's my thing. When and this is just a question. When Obama deported more than any other president ever deported, period, on earth, right? When he was deporting people, no, they didn't even talk about it on the news. It just was done under the radar. It was just happening. They were only talking about the Obamacare, and that's what was in the news, and all that, and all the positives it was going to bring. We see how that worked out, right? But that shit even still around. But that's all they were talking about. Meanwhile, he was deporting people, which I understand, because every single president understands about national security. You have to monitor our borders. Okay, so when Obama was doing that, no one was talking about it. Now that Trump's doing it, oh, it's a big deal. He's the only one. No, he didn't. He hasn't even started yet compared to what Obama did, man. And that's just the truth. It's the honest to God truth. Big news media, big time media is only going to feed you what they want you to hear, man. Mm-hmm. You have to really do your research and homework. Just like the cage thing. Who do you think built those?
Obama administration.
Exactly.
And just like during the Biden administration, a lot of the kids were moved. to other places, other detention centers, because they didn't want the media to go in and see kids in cages when they were saying that's what Trump was doing. Right? It's just a lot of imagery, and I think we just need look at. There was somebody, I can't remember which show it was. I saw it on YouTube, and they were saying that the reality of this last presidential election was this: for a lot of Democrats, this was the choice. Either you agree with all the weird stuff that the Biden administration wants to do, or you don't. And if you don't, then you only have one other option. And they said a lot of Democrats didn't want to go down that road, and so they were forced to vote for Trump. Mm-hmm. And what should have happened is the Democratic Party should have said, you know what, let's revamp, let's reevaluate, and try to get our people back. And instead, what they're doing is they're doubling and tripling down on the policies that got people to vote for Trump. And so if they continue to do that, we need both parties to offer good suggestions. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Because if we have it the way it's been, Holmes, where one party hates the other party so much, that's not good for the country, Holmes, at all.
Who do you think gets caught up in the middle? The people. Guns. This is absolutely right, Dylan. You couldn't hit it on the head even more, bro. Guns. Reagan and Bush actually gave amnesty to many immigrants, but they say Republicans don't like immigrants.
Absolutely.
You did your homework, brother. That's the truth. You know, there's a lot of little things that I look into that, because I'm one of those people, I don't just believe everything I hear and I see. I have to really, really, really get into it, you know, and you're right, bro. That's the truth. What's up, Gunner? You see who won the lottery? Who won it? Shitface, was it you? If it was, I need a cash app ASAP.
No, Robert C. I'm going to say this. See, that's one thing about me. I am conservative, but we got to keep shit real. So Robert C says Trump is making the eggs go down. That's not true. The price of eggs went up because Biden ordered the slaughter of millions of chickens, supposedly because of bird flu. Well, the chickens that we had left over are having babies, and those babies are going to produce more eggs. And so naturally the price will go down. So that's what we have there.
Just like the dope game, the more dope there is, the cheaper it is. When it's a drought season, it's more expensive. That's an easy way for a street guy to understand it. I could sit here and I could tell some of my primos all day about eggs, and then I said, hey, bro, the homie don't got no more weed. Fuck, it's gonna be expensive then. Exactly. We don't got no more chickens.
Hey, thank you, Nicholas. That's what I wanted to do, man. I would have been a whole different person. I definitely probably wouldn't have had YouTube. The Trump tariffs are making everything go up. They're not making everything go up, big dog. See, that's like blanket type statement that the mainstream media does.
Everything's been up for 4 years.
Will things go up a little bit? Yes. Mm-hmm. Will things level out? Of course. The United States is the world consumer of everything. Other countries can't fuck with us if they want to get in a trade war with the United States, they're going to lose. So if we just keep tariffing, if we were to put the tariffs on those three countries, the percentage of tariffs that they put on every single American good, if we did the same percentage, which we should do, shit would go crazy. But for decades and decades and decades, all these other countries tariff the shit out of our products, and it's fine. That's the reason why we don't manufacture shit anymore. We don't grow shit as much shit. You know, you guys got to understand what's been happening. You know, the slave labor force in China, Taiwan, and Mexico has had a very, very fucked up impact on the United States. But people don't want to hear that, and they don't want to study. And so they hear these fucking sound bites of, tariffs are going to do this and that. Tariffs are going to bring jobs back to the United States. Tariffs are going to bring manufacturing production back to the United States. That's going to create more jobs and pump more money into our economy. It's going to take a little bit of time, but believe me, stop listening to the mainstream media saying the world's fucking on fire. It's not. There's just a little spark right there. We'll put that out in a minute.
Little pips. I don't know how long you've had a car, bro, but let me give you some knowledge you can't get a car. That's going to happen every year, no matter who the president is, bro. Insurance does that to everyone. They find all these little different ways to add things and add this and add that. And a lot of us, we don't really look at what they take out of our bank accounts, and we just, my insurance is paid, but you didn't see it went up $2 or $3 here or $4 here. That's how they do it. The president hasn't been the president for a year, bro. So he had nothing to do with that. That right there was just the insurance company bamboozling you and getting you for some money. And if you had a ticket or anything like that, that definitely would double your premiums. But so, you know, it's funny that, you know, people will blame Trump for everything. Hey, homie, I stepped on my cat's tail this morning. If it fucking wasn't for Trump, I would have moved out of the way. And you know, what I mean, they blame him for
You literally got shorter when you slapped your desk.
Yeah,
Your camera did something.
when,
Yeah, no, it did. Your camera moved.
no, it did because I had it like.
There you go. Orale, this vato's tall as fuck now. Are
Yeah,
you doing the Wes Watson on me, homie?
Hey, am I doing the lefty gun play? I fucking in 1 week I weigh 196 foot. The next week I'm 140, 5'7". I'm like, what the fuck happened? Levato lost weight and height. No, the insurance in California is no joke. Says Cali got.
And that's because of the politics in California, man. The insurance companies just said, you know, we don't want to deal with fucking this shit anymore, and it's horrible for us.
You know, hey, I'm gonna give you guys some crazy game. I went to Frisco about now. It's been, I don't know, since I have my daughter back. It's been about 6 months, right? When I went to court, and we took a little ride up to Frisco, me and my daughter and shit before I came back home, and man, it was like a war zone there, Dubs. It was a lot of the stores were empty. I mean, there was nothing there anymore. I said, man, I was hearing about all the stores leaving the Bay and leaving Frisco, and it's the truth. Couldn't believe it. And I was just in Frisco a couple years before that, and it was booming. There was all kinds of people out. It was wild. I was like, man, California is really, really falling apart. At least that city. Proposal to U.S. companies move out from ghetto neighborhoods. Says David Rodriguez. The Hertz boys banged on Gunner. The Hertz boys. Who's the Hertz boys? I got the Hertz boys. We got some new trolls or what? The Hertz boys. So I don't fuck with Hertz. Their rental cars are low budget. The economy is ruled by blackmail. Anyways, man, we're gonna get up out of here. Thank you guys. We've been in here long enough. We appreciate you. Again, we're gonna keep you updated if we get updated on some of the trending topics of this whole big U case, man, because there's gonna be a lot coming out. So be on the lookout for our videos tomorrow. They're gonna be very, very good, man. Maybe you might get some new details. One never knows, does one. Anyways, we appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much, man.
All right, you guys.